I am right now sitting at X450, Z50, roughly speaking. And what I'm doing is I'm going around in my boat, and I'm going to every 100 blocks on the 50. So like 50, comma 50, 150, comma 100, etc. And at this particular location, when I look around, I notice that I am in a biome called birch forest. So then I'm going over to a Google Doc and I am filling in the biome at that location. So for example, this was a birch forest at X going across 150, and then Z is up and down at 150-50. You can see the automatic colors are being populated, so all I have to do is type in the biome, and the spreadsheet is doing the rest, and then it's totaling and doing some other stuff. But basically, and then what I'm doing for spots where nobody or somebody has a landmark, like the desert temple, the ocean monument, or somebody's house, my plan is to put that person's name in that particular cell. So sometimes what I have to do is I have to either get out of my boat or I have to observe the area. So like let's say that 150-50 was like right on the border of, I don't know, plains biome and mesa biome. I would have to kind of visually just look around and say, okay, it looks like that grid coordinate is mostly mesa, so I'd put mesa in there. I don't want to put two different things in there. Just whatever is most prominent or whatever the biggest landmark is. All right, while doing some scouting for my next big project, I have come across Jog's location. I think that's how you say it. Not sure if he and I have ever talked on voice over IP yet, but I'm hoping we will do so soon. He's got a work in progress going on. He's got some cows down here. He's got some wheat, and then he's doing something up in the tree, which is a little tough to get to. But his coordinates are actually like right on the positive X and then 0. So it's a little bit hard for me to figure out where I'm going to actually plot this. Jog lives here somewhere. So we are about 695. So we're at 700 and we're in the positives. So I'm going to count this. I'm going to count this as the 650-50 mark, roughly. Ooh, now that's really pretty. I like the archways, as most people do, but I particularly like this one because it's got a dribbly water fountain. It's cool. Sailing, sailing, sailing around the map. So my current project has me doing a bit of searching. Now, I think that goes with the territory of being a treasure hunter. And I will show you the building of the end result of what I'm thinking of doing. But I'm basically going around the whole map and let's just say doing a bit of cartography. And here is what has become of Spawn. Holy moly. This island was not even there before. Or was that? I'm not even sure now. Maybe it was. But the house has been made Neapolitan. There's bridges everywhere. Holy macarolis. Oh yeah, that island was there. Wow. There's our chicken cooker, but that looks awesome, that Neapolitan house. You probably saw it on Von Ryder's channel, or at least I hope you did, because I hope you're watching everyone else's channel. Saw it on his channel about a week and a half ago. That's about the delay in my videos right now. But man, Spawn is looking interesting. So I am currently scouting and plotting locations across the entire map of Island Life every 50 blocks. So for example, I'm heading right now towards 450, 150. And then what I do at each of those spots is I stop and check what biome I'm in and look at the surrounding biomes. But I wanted to show you 8-Bit Dame has made progress on her compound. Not sure if it's a house. Ooh. Whoa, that's a deep pit. And right now, and then I'm putting all of the biomes into an Excel document, which I'm going to be using for the next project. And most of it's done by boating, as you can imagine. Because I'm taking readings every 100 blocks on the 50s, it's pretty easy to kind of do it from a boat. So here I've just passed 650, 150, or sorry, 650, 50. Oh, and with that, the Excel map is finished. And so this is basically a 20 by 20 grid with every 100 blocks being sort of averaged out to a single biome. And if I want to make a 20 by 20 map, that's cool and all. I can use things like grass and sand and whatnot. But the problem is then you won't see all the water features. So in order to make this look like islands, I want to add vertical and horizontal streams of water in between every single landmass. But that would make this a 40 by 40 map. So I think what I'm going to try to do is group these by every 4, so like 2 by 2 sets of biomes, and then I'm going to try and create something much smaller near spawn. All right, and then here is the anchor for my houseboat, and here is where I'm going to be putting the initial map room. As you can see, I've put just a couple of the islands. These are the extreme hills. And then I've started putting the X and Z coordinates around the outside. I think I'm going to put north, south, east, west banners on the grid. And then I got to go and get all the materials to fill this in. All right, the mini map is pretty much done. All I need to do now is get a couple specialty blocks that I can use as markers. And by using my map coordinates, I know that I'm heading towards the ocean monument. Right now, I want a single block of prismarine. And there it is. Ignore the train sound in the background. And hopefully I can approach this without getting hit by guardians. I do expect to get hit by the Elder Guardian. And there he is. That's why I brought my milk. Oh, sugars. He immediately fatigued me again. Oh. All right, here we go. Take 2. Hoping all I gotta do is break 1 block. Oh no, now I need to have room. Okay, good. I do have room to pick it up. I got it. And he didn't even fiddle me faddle this time. Shoot, I should have brought my Silk Touch. I would have grabbed a lantern. Oh well, at least I got the prismarine block that I need. Excellent. Alright, the Island Life mini-map is now 99% complete. There are 2 coordinates that I am not 100% sure of. One is Almach's base and one is Wizard Keen's base, but I will add those. So basically what I've done is I've made a 20 by 20 grid, and you can see all the water, and then each of these islands, because everything is islands, is represented by the most prevalent biome within about 100 by 100 radius. It's probably more like a 150 by 150 radius. And then each of these things with signs are different landmarks. So first of all, the room is oriented along the north. So I'm facing north. So north is that way. You see the N. And south is this way. East and west, you can see the banners over there on the walls. By the way, 8-Bit Dame is on. And you can see that going towards the west, the X coordinate goes down, and going towards the east, it goes up. So for example, if I were to boat over to X negative 900, Z 900, I'm probably in a savanna biome. So there's a savanna there. And then this is desert. So this would be X negative 900, Z 700. And you can see I don't have the even. So I have like 900, 700, only because I want it to make it look islandy. If I filled in all of the biomes, it would look like one big island, but I really wanted it to look islandy. So here's Sunflower Plains. These tall, stony ones are extreme hills. This is taiga. This is mesa. This is dark oak. So these are roofed forest here. You see the mushrooms. These are regular forest. This is also taiga with the fern. This is birch forest. This is plains. So anything with just grass or nothing is plains. And the ones with the pretty flowers are flower forest. Obviously, this is desert as well. And I think that's the majority of the biomes. And then if we want to take a look at things like 8-Bit Dame's location is at 450, 150. So for our locations, I pretty much put them at the intersections of all the coordinates. So they're not directly on any of these biomes. And they actually fit pretty well here. So jog 650, 50. Back here we have Mahmoud 450, negative 850. We have our only ocean monument at 650, negative 950. We have our only desert temple at negative 250, negative 750. Of course, we have Volratho's giant diorite tower, negative 150, 50. Spawn is the only one that I have a glowstone here. It's at 00, and this is sort of the Neapolitan thing. Here's my houseboat, so I just used a half slab for that at 5150. And then Vaughn's house is at 5450. So if you want to use this, and then here's the Plains Village, negative 350, 550. Here's the Savannah Village, negative 450, 150. And then over here is the Desert Village, negative 950, 650. So if you are ever curious about anybody's coordinates, here's where I think Olmec is at, negative 850, negative 350. There's just a small camp here. That's why I say I think it's Olmec. There is some frozen ice here, and there's actually some more frozen ice over by the Ocean Monument, but it doesn't quite fit in the grid. And I already said Mahmoud. So pretty much, forgot one more. Hold on. The Torch, his submarine is at 550, 750. And the only person who's not represented here at all is Wizard Keen. I think he is somewhere either right over here, or probably more likely he's right over here, but I need to go find his place. So if you are curious, first of all, you could give me your email. If you're on the server, that is, you can give me your email in a Skype private message or some other fashion, and I will give you access to the Google Doc, which is a little bit easier to look at. But if you ever want to just see this 3D version, you can come down here. It's between the cactus farm and the boat anchor and the skeleton grinder, which are all right under my houseboat. So go to my houseboat. You can see it from spawn. Just come on down here to our real-time 3D minimap, and anything that you want to find that's a major landmark is here on the minimap. And I think it looks pretty cool. It really looks like a bunch of little islands. Oh, so the Age of Reason is in full swing. Now we can get to some real treasure hunting. We have a map of the solar system. We have a map of the biome level of our world. And now all that is left is some hard work. I also got tired of seeing in everyone's videos the square top to the mushroom farm. So I decided to just make it a dome. And if you got a better idea for this, please feel free. But basically, there's a red mushroom up here that you can chop down to get red mushrooms and then replant a new one. And there's a ladder that you can go down underneath and plant a brown mushroom underneath and get lots of mushroom for stews. But I felt like seeing this in everybody's videos that square topper was ugly, so I made it a little bit rounded. I think it's a little better. Well, it is definitely a little bit better. Still not perfect. So open for anybody to come and pretty this up. Make it maybe match spawn in some way.